Alright, today I'm going to hopefully talk about quitting weed. This is day one for me. And I know what helps me a lot when I'm quitting in the past times that I've tried, because most people have tried many times. What I've really enjoyed is looking up other people's stories, having other people just not really offer any advice, but just let me know that other people are in the same situation. So I'm here letting you know that I'm in a similar situation to you. I am addicted to weed, whether it's psychological or physical or whatever it is. There's something in me that makes me keep going back to it. So I'm going to make a video every day until I feel that I'm over it completely. This might be 30 days, like some people say. It might be a year, but I'm going to keep uploading until it's done, and I hope that you can maybe do it with me, okay? So I'm going to say a few things about what made me realize I needed to quit. I changed jobs recently, and that left a month. Well, actually, I changed jobs. Yeah, I kind of lost my job, so there was a month where I wasn't employed. Now, I was saving up like a normal person, and I've got payments on my car that I need to make, and I remember thinking, if I miss one car payment, I can buy an ounce. And I was like, what? It's like, no, because I'll not lose it. You're allowed a couple of, and it's like, thoughts like that, like putting things above weed that have no right to be above weed, you know. But it can get worse than that. It can get worse than just a car, like you can. It's a common thing that everybody knows that weed just makes you okay with everything. If you've got a shit life and you just spend it sitting watching reruns of Scrubs all day eating Doritos, you'll feel like your life is pretty sweet because you're smoking weed. But it means that you just don't care about other things. And from the inside, that seems great. But from the outside, when you're neglecting relationships, it really starts getting bad. Like a few years ago, my dad, he got a bit ill. There's something wrong with his heart. It wasn't that serious, and he's fine now. But this is hard to say because I really have, I don't know, maybe ignored it, try to pretend that it didn't happen. But I didn't call him at all, like at all. Like. The only time I spoke to him was, that when he would call me up to find out how I was doing, because I was living in a different city to my parents at the time, studying. So he would ring me, and I'd be there on the phone, like, hello, and then I wouldn't be listening to what he was saying. I would just be, like covering the phone to steal drags and that. And at the time, I didn't realize it was that bad. But looking back now, that was horrible. Like. He wouldn't have felt any love from me at all. He would have felt he's my son. I'm his son. He raised me, and he was ill, and I didn't I didn't do shit. I just sat on my ass getting high. Because of the weed, I thought it was fine. I really did. I miss so many events. Even just smaller ones. You know, like things at the cinema. When things come out of the cinema, I'm just like, oh, I'd really love to go see that, and then I light up a joint and I don't go. Or, oh, I'd really like to walk, through the countryside today, or whatever, but I don't. I just wake up and I toke, and that's always first. I always think, I need a zoot to do this. I need a joint to do this. It's like, oh, that's a sick movie. No, I'll wait until I've got some weed, and then I'll watch it. Or oh, I'll have a quick joint before I clean my room. That'll make it less bad. I'll have a joint before this, a joint before that, a joint after this, a joint after that. A joint after a meal. And you just start planning your life around it. Like recently, my sister has moved to Singapore for 2 years with her boyfriend. The two of them are studying out there and working. And my mum and dad offered to take me out there with them. They were going to visit, and they said, we'll take you out, to Singapore. I'm from the UK. I'm from England, so that's obviously miles away from where I am. So, and I didn't think, oh wow, what an amazing experience that I'll be able to do. What this? All I thought was, that's going to be a long time without weed. That was my only thought. Just, And then, why am I thinking that? I should be thinking this is an amazing opportunity to see another culture on the other side of the world, you know? Just the travel there in the airport alone will be amazingly interesting. But no, I was just sitting, just smoking, watching reruns of shitty shows that I'd already seen, you know? Recently though, towards the end of my time smoking weed, well, I don't really have a right to say that yet, you know. I still, I'm a smoker. I smoked yesterday, but I started thinking that weed was above everything, you know, like above the law. Well, not above the law, but above my ideas, you know, above anything I could think of. Weed was always above. So, you know, I would watch a show that everyone would think was amazing when I wasn't high, and if I didn't like it, I'd blame the weed. And I would always find a way to involve weed in everything. Either whether it, you know, if something was good, that's because I'm high, that's because I smoke weed. And if something's bad, it's like, oh, I've got shit weed, or I didn't smoke weed, or whatever, you know. But this is hard, man. Like, this is hard. I've come out to a place where I smoke sort of weed. I used to smoke weed, and I've come out here in the hopes that I can start a new mindset, you know, come to an old place, and then I can leave this place having made this video and formed these ideas in my head of how I'm gonna get through this, you know. But I don't have any idea really how I'm going to do this. It's just going to be a day at a time. I guess what I'm holding on to is the fact that I really do believe that someday in the future, you know, someone's going to offer me a joint and I'm honestly not going to want it, you know. Not just have the ability to say no, but literally not want it. No, this video's gone on for very long. I didn't want to make it more than 10 minutes, but the reason I have made this video slightly long is because one of the problems I had when I was on weed is I was unable to concentrate. So if you've got through this far, you know, you're still able to concentrate, you're still able to focus, and that's good, and that's good. I've got one last thing to say before this, and that is the legality of weed, because I feel that is important. Hopefully on my video tomorrow I'm going to talk about perceptions that I have, as in negative ones, from smoking weed, such as not feeling like I belong in society because it's illegal, the annoyance of having to buy it when I should be able to grow it, and things like that. And I think those things can lead to some negative thoughts. Not that it's okay to sit on your ass all day watching TV while you're high, but you shouldn't be told not to. I don't think anyone has the right to tell you not to do that. So I'm going to go home now. I'm going to sit in my chair at my computer, Google some random shit, watch some other people's videos on their experiences of quitting weed. So I don't have any advice to give you. That's not what this is. I don't have advice. All I'm saying is that I'm going through it as well. So if you've searched this up, you know, how to quit off weed and how to stay off that, that's good. I'm glad you did it. And I'll see you tomorrow.